Welcome, everyone. I am so excited that we're back again. This motivation is really dear to me because this topic that we're talking about today is called It Gets Better. It gets better. It was put on my heart by the Most High to talk about this, and I didn't have any notes, and I don't have that. But what I do know is what He has called us to do and called me to do, to encourage you all and let you know that it gets better. Somewhere along the line, it's going to turn around because it has to, because of who you are. I love you. Please subscribe to the Ani Marie YouTube channel. You're amazing. You're awesome. You're extraordinary. Continue to believe it. Continue to feel it, know it, and love it. Meaning love yourself from the bottom of your heart because you're worth it. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the shares. You're amazing and you're wonderful, and I hope you guys enjoy. When I say it gets better, we're talking about it, and what is it? It could be us learning how to love ourselves again, right? And maybe we never got to the point to be able to have loved ourselves just from the beginning. Maybe there was never a lesson or experience to really show us what unconditional love is. And if I don't know what unconditional love is, how can I love myself unconditionally? So the world is asking me of things that I don't know how to obtain. The world is demanding and pressing and pushing me down and putting my back against the wall and demanding certain things that I do not know how to obtain. And it's not even just I don't know how to attain it. I couldn't even tell you what it is if it was smack dead in my face. I don't know what it is. I don't even recognize it. We're talking about the topic tonight. The topic tonight is it gets better. It gets better. Thank you, love. Thank you, love. And before we can talk about getting better, we got to figure out what it is. And what do we mean? What do you mean, Candy, when you say it gets better? What is the it? Each and every one of us, hi, my love, each and every one of us has something. Each and every one of us has our own thing. It gets better. Some of us, like I said, are on a journey on learning how to love ourselves and learning to understand what love is. How can you ask me to love myself and you're asking for self-love if it's something that I never really truly experienced before? This unconditional love that you speak about, that unconditional love is foreign to me. I've only known love with conditions. I've only known a give and take. I've never known something to be so, man, you guys, I love y'all. I love y'all. Man, I hear you. I hear you, Most High. There's somebody that's hurting out there, for real. Man, you don't gotta hurt no more. I pray that you are healed by the end of this motivation. Every part of you that needs mending, that is broken, that is put back together again by the power of the Most High. In the name of Jesus, that's what I say. Candace, hey love, it gets better. That's the topic for today, my beautiful Candaces. It gets better. It gets better. And we're starting to talk about what the it is. And for some of us, as I said, is us trying to figure out this love thing. We have talked many times. We have been approached about it. We have dealt with it. But you're asking me now to love myself. And the it gets better. The it for someone could be the love for self. And that love for self, I know you keep asking me to love myself and have self-love, but how do I obtain it? And if I obtain it, I'm telling you right now, it's hard for me to obtain because I need to recognize the thing that I'm trying to reach. And if I don't recognize real, true, unconditional love, then how, Candy, are you telling me to have it for myself? It's something that I haven't experienced. Every single time I dealt with something in my life, I've always dealt with someone loving me with a condition. There's always been a give and take. There was nothing that ever happened to me for free. And I'm not talking about money, and I'm not talking about these tangible things, but when I think back on my experiences, and I think back on the history of my own life, everything that I remember was a give and take. I don't remember somebody doing something for me just because. And that's the hard life that I live. But I'm here to tell you right now, my loves, that it gets better. My Chi-Chi, hey love. Thank you, Sunflower. You guys tap the screen and share the live. It gets better. I'm here to tell you it gets better. There is more than just this. You know, there is some hard things. Come on, Candace. There is some hard things that you're going through that it feels like. I'm going to say this again, that it feels like it gets better is the title today, but it gets better. There's some hard things that you're dealing with that you feel like you're never going to get out of. And that thing that you're never gonna get out of, that you feel like you're never gonna get out of, it could be a relationship that you're in. It could be the demons that you deal with self on the inside, that you constantly devalue yourself. You constantly tell I look in the mirror and I say, you're not good enough. You never was good enough. You always have the short end of the stick. Your life isn't fair for you. It's just how it was made up. The Most High doesn't love you as they say he does, because look at all the things that you have going on in your life. You know, that demon called self sometimes on the inside that is telling us that we are not good enough. I ain't even talking about people. The it that I'm saying that gets better. Come on, Purple. I need you. Hey, love. Yes, come on, Candace. I love when you comment. You guys tap the screen and share the live. It's deeper. Hi, somebody. It's deeper because the thing that is the it that's going to get better, that hard thing that you feel like you will never get over, that hard thing, whether it's a relationship, whether it's self, because we deal with self, we are worse critics than other people. We bring down ourselves more than people do. If we could be real, there's some things that we're dealing with. It gets better. Financial issues, it gets better. Whatever that hard thing is that you feel like you're gonna die in, that hard thing that you feel like will never be okay, that hard thing that keeps every time you take 2 steps forward, it feels like you're taking 4 steps back. That very thing that is a thorn in your side that you seem that you cannot remove. That's what I'm talking about. It gets better. The relationship that you feel like you can't get out of, it gets better, because somewhere along the lines, you're going to wake up and recognize your value and recognize your worth. The attacks, come on, Miss E. Hi, beautiful. Welcome. Good grand evening to you, love. The attacks that are happening to you by self, and I mean that you're self-afflicting attacks, self-afflicting devaluing, self-afflicting mislove, mistreatment, abuse. Self-afflicting is gonna get better, because you're going to somewhere along the lines realize, see, and recognize how much and how great you are and your value and your worth, that you will not allow it anymore. Somebody's dealing with something, when somebody's dealing with something that has to do with financial. There's financial things. Every time I save up, something happens. And every time I try to do what's right, something happens. I make investments to get residual income and they fail. Every time I turn around when I'm trying to build something, something knocks it down. I've been rebuilding this financial life that I'm speaking of, and over again, I'm on my 15th try, and I feel like I'm gonna give up and never try again. My honey bun, say love. I have a word for you today, and that it gets better. I have a word for those that are in the toxic relationship that they feel like they will never get out of, that they will always be locked in the lawns of the lion's mouth. No, I'm telling you, it gets better. For those that have self-affliction, that continue to bring themselves down because they don't believe in their self-worth and their greatness, I'm telling you right now, it gets better. The Most High will not allow you to stay in the low place. He won't allow you to stay in a place that you will continue to be in what you do not deserve, because that is not the light that He has called for you. It's not the life that has been called for you. But Candy, I'm talking to you right now. You're telling me it gets better, but it doesn't feel like it. I hear what you're saying. I understand, but I'm telling you right now, how can I come out of something if I feel like I belong in there? I'm going to say that again. How can I come out of something, my beautiful creative? How can I come out of something when I feel like I belong there? Candy, you're telling me I'm going to come out. Man, you're telling me it's gonna get better, but this thing is hard. I've been dealing with this thing my whole life. This is all I know. When you talk to me about the struggle, that's my language, Candy. I know what that is. I know what that means. I know fight or flight. I know where I came from. I know the things that I have dealt with. I know who I am. I know what I have experienced. I know what haunts my dreams. I know the traumas that haunt me. I know the bad experiences that haunt me. Candy, I hear you, that you're being positive. I hear what you have to say, but listen, at the end of the day, my language is struggle. My language is heartache. My language is hurt. My language is conditioned love. How can you tell me that this is happening for me if it never has before? I'm speaking to you, King and Queens, because there is something that you can't control. There is something that you can't control. And what is out of your hands is the greatness and who you are. Now, you can choose to not believe who you are. You can put another name on yourself. You can live like you're not who you're supposed to be. But at the end of the day, you still are the one. The one thing that doesn't change is you can say as much as you want to say. You can do whatever you want to do, but it doesn't change the DNA, the very thing, the essence of what the Most High has created, which is you. And in your essence and in your abilities, and whether you want to believe it or not, it is who you are. Your language is struggle. Your language is love with conditions. If that's your language, you're going to begin to learn something new. You have to. Thank you, Purple. Thank you, love. You have to learn something new. Why? What do you mean I have to? But I never experienced it before, Candy. It doesn't matter. You know why? Because that's not who you are. There is no struggle made in your DNA. There is no pain made in your DNA. There is no love with conditions that was ever involved in your creation. Your creation says that you are wonderful. Your creation says that you are beautiful. Fat Coyote, hey love. Your creation says that you are valued. Your creation says that you are worthy. Your creation says that you are more than what you are in. Your creation says that you are bigger than your struggle. It says you're bigger than your pain. It says that you're bigger than the brokenness that you're feeling. I said that you're feeling because you can't be broken if you're whole. And you are whole, you just haven't realized it yet. That's what I'm talking about. The creation is perfect. So the reason why we're feeling these things is because we haven't stepped into who we've been called to be, what we have been created as. We are conforming to our environment and we're not conforming to our creation. Do you hear me? We are conforming to our environment and not conforming to our creation. Our creation says that we're great. Our creation says that we have a great destiny ahead of us, that the thing that we're in, we will not be in always, because things turn around, seasons change. It's going to get better. That is the title. It has to get better because of who I've been called to be. But I just told you, Candy, I told you, I don't know unconditional love. It has to get better because who you have been called to be, King. It has to get better because of who you have been called to be, Queen. You don't have no choice about it. There's going to be something along the lines where the rug is going to get pulled from under your feet. Come on, sunshine. Come on, my sunshine. The rug is going to get pulled from under your feet because you're living in a place that you do not belong. The spiritual police are going to come to deport you into the place that you are supposed to be. They're going to bring you back and say where you're living and what you're doing, you do not belong there. You don't belong here. Do you hear me? You don't belong here. You're going to continue to set up shop. You're going to continue to live and dwell in a place that doesn't deserve your presence. That's deep, right? I'm choosing to live somewhere that doesn't even deserve me. Me living in this place of struggle, I am creating value in that place because of how valuable I am, not my environment. Purple, we don't deal off of luck. We don't believe in luck. Luck is risky. Luck is anyone. No, we have the favor of the Most High, so I don't deal in luck. I deal with favor. Purple, you have favor that has, because you are a child of the Most High, that is why it will turn around for you. That's why it gets better. Why? How does it get better? Why does it get better, Candy? Why are you telling me this? Because of who you are. Because of who you have been called to be. That's why it gets better. Who you have been called to be. You will not always speak a struggle language because you learned the language in the land that you was not. You hear what they say, in the land of Egypt, you learned their language, but that is not your home. That is not the promised land. You've learned the native language of the struggle, but you will not be speaking that struggle when you get to the promised land that has been spoken over your life. It gets better. I'm here to bring hope to the hopeless. I'm here to speak to some king and queens out there to let you know that this life that you feel is so hard, this life that is a struggle, is not going to always be like this. It gets better. Why? Because of who you are. It gets better because of what your name is. It gets better because who you have been created to be. This is not your promise. This is not your call. This is not your life. It gets better. It gets better. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. There is beauty for ashes. The things that we go through will build us that we can come out as a phoenix rising from the ashes. There is some things that have to be burned in your life in order for you to elevate, in order for you to get lighter, to move up. There's some things in your life, hey Jay Reed, hey love, that you need to do in order to elevate, in order for you to move up. Some things in your life, my beautiful Bior, it has to begin to burn and has to begin to disintegrate in order for you to move forward. Because everything that you're connected to can't go with you to the next level. This is why I'm saying it gets better. It gets better because of who you are. Oh, you're telling me, Candy, I don't need to get more money. You're telling me that I don't need to change my hair. I don't need to be married. You're telling me that there's no condition that I need in order for this thing to get better. No, you're gonna get better because of who you are. What do you mean who I am? You have been called. You have been purposed for great things. Though you may not feel it, though it may not seem like it, but you have been. And somewhere along the lines, again, if you choose to not step into it, it's gonna step into you. Do you hear me? It's gonna step into you. Everything that you try to do, it's not gonna really work. Everything that you're feeling, it's gonna be uneasy. There's gonna be things like, I know I'm living this life and I feel like I'm living my best, but I'm just not satisfied. You're not gonna be satisfied because you're living in something that you do not deserve. You deserve more than this because of who you have been created to be. Who you have been created to be. Right, come on, Rose. Come on, Candace. There are things that have been laid out for you that I'm telling you right now that it is turning around for you. It has to turn around. It won't always be like this. He will perfect that concerning need that you have on the inside. It's turning around for me. It has to. Come on. But Candy, I know you're saying it has to turn around, but I've been dealing with this thing for so long. You could be in the summertime and want the summertime all 4 seasons, all year around. You could beg, plead, and pray, and it's the fall is coming. Do you hear me? The fall is coming. It doesn't matter what you do, how much money you have, how valuable you think you are, how devaluable you think you are, how worthy you think you are, how worthless you think you are. The season is still gonna change. And that is the same thing that I'm talking to you about today. It has to. It is inevitable for it to change because it can't be like this always. And when I go to sleep, the morning will come. It will come. The sun will set and the sun will rise. There is nothing that will stop this from happening. And that is the same thing with our lives. You're going through something that is a struggle. You're going through something that is real hard. You're going through something that makes you feel like you're never gonna get out. But I'm telling you right now, when you feel like enough is enough, that is when that door is going to begin to open. So I'm telling you, my love, it gets better. It gets better. It gets better because of who you are. It gets better because of who you have been called to be. It gets better because of how you have been created. Wonderfully and beautifully made. My king, my queens, there is no stipulations on that saying. You are living and you are human, so you are loved. It has to turn around. The seasons have to change. We need to step into a place where we know for sure that it's going to happen. I don't need to wonder if fall is coming and I'm in the summertime, or I know it's coming. I need you guys to catch this. This is what I'm saying. I know it gets better because I'm all the way on the bottom and I can't get no lower than this. The only way I got to go is up. I've been here for too long. I'm already so low that I can't go low anymore, that it has to go up. There's no other way to go. And it's the same thing. I have faith and I understand and I know without no way of a doubt. Oh, thank you, Wadai. Thank you, love. No way of a doubt, no doubt that I have that tells me right now that I don't know the seasons are going to change. I know when it's summertime, fall is coming. I know when it's fall, I know winter's coming. I know when it's winter, spring is coming. I cannot change it. It doesn't matter who I am. Yes, thank you, love. It doesn't matter who I am. What I do is going to change for me. It is gonna change for me. Do you hear me? It's gonna change for me. Why? Because it has to. It has to. And we have to believe that. Lipstick, hi, beautiful. We have to believe that on 100. Just as we know the seasons will change. We know the weather is gonna change. Just as we know the sun is going to rise and the sun is gonna set. So that's why I could stand on this word to say and to know that it gets better. It gets better. It has to. I've been struggling too long. I've been dealing with this too long. If this is all that has been spoken to me, that I have promises and I have destiny, come on, Zude, and I have a destiny and I have a greater purpose, I know it has to. He has called me to be, he has called me to be great. He has called me to be amazing. He has called me to live a life that's worthy to live. And if I'm not living that life, then I know something has to change. Something has to change. It has to get better. There's no other way but up. Thank you, my loves. Thank you, thank you. There's no other way than up. So I came here, my loves, just to give you this quick message and let you know how much I love you, how great you are, how amazing you are, and to give some hope to the hopeless and some encouragement to those that are really in a hard place and feel like there's no way out. It gets better. It gets better. Why? Because it has to. It has to. It has to get better because of who you are. It has to. Yes, thank you guys. Thank you, love. I needed this. Awesome, Candace. I knew somebody needed this. Yes. It gets better. It gets better. It gets better. Believe that it gets better the same way you believe in the changing of the seasons. When you believe, you begin to manifest the thing. And if universally you have been called to do great things, then when you begin to manifest that thing by believing that the change is coming, it will happen because it's supposed to universally. So believe it, my loves. My king and queens out there, love yourself enough for the change. Hey, Queen Kim. Hi, love. And the path you're doing. Thank you. Thank you, God favor. Thank you, love. Believe in yourself. Know your worth. Don't let people love you with conditions anymore. Know that you get it for free. You're welcome, Empress. I love you, beautiful. Ash, hey, love. When we know we get this love for free, you can't prostitute it to me anymore. Air, hey, beautiful. Lady, hi, love. You can't prostitute it to me anymore. When I know and I feel real, unconditional love, you cannot prostitute love to me anymore. You can't make me do something for you to love me. I know it's free. It's like getting water, and buying water, and then finally recognizing that you have a river in your backyard that you can drink from. But you, this whole time, they've been selling you water from that same river, and we're not gonna take it anymore. I'm gonna stand for this because I know who I am. I'm going to stand for this very thing. Do you hear me? I'm going to stand for it because I'm being tired of being prostituted. You're not going to prostitute me with your love anymore. You're not going to continue to make me buy something. You're going to buy this love every time I got to give an exchange. Every time there has to be exchange. Everybody I deal with that's around me in my circle is prostituting their love to me. They're selling me their love. They're going around with their mini skirts. They're going around with their sweatpants on. I'm talking to men and women are prostituting me with their love. They're showing me how good it looks and telling me I gotta give something for it. I'm done with this prostitution. I said this already. Hey, Dolly. Thank you today. Yes, sir. Hold on. Yes. Hey, God favor. I'm telling you right now, I'm done with it. We have been being sold water that we can get for free of the same river that is in our backyard. We've been buying our whole life water bottles that they have been getting the water from the river we have free access to in our backyard. That's what we do when we allow people to love us with conditions. That's what we do when we allow people to love us with conditions. No, I've recognized that this unconditional love that is so great that I feel from my children is so great that I feel from the Most High I get for free. Why I will not allow you to prostitute your love to me anymore. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Sunflower. I'm telling you, I will not allow you to prostitute this love anymore. I know I could get it for free now. You will not bamboozle me. You will not force me. You won't strong arm me. You won't pressure me to take this love so you could take something from me. I'm done with being depleted. I'm done with this sad story I keep singing and keep speaking. I am going to walk in what has been called for me. That's it. I'm going to walk into what has been called for me in my life. Remember, it gets better because of who you are. It gets better because of who you are and who you have been called to be. It gets better because of who your Father is. It gets better. Don't lose hope. Don't lose your value. Don't lose your worth. Remember who your Father is. Remember where you come from. Remember what has been promised to you. It's a season and it has to change. Again, I love you too, Candace. It's a season and it has to change. It is a season and it has to change.